What's up everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. Today, we'll be continuing what if Frieza got reincarnated. We left off on a nice high note for Azeer last time. After Universe 7 won the Tournament of Destroyers, Gohan decided he wanted to test out his power against Azeer, wanting to see whatever new form he had as well. Gohan did put up a great fight, until Azeer brought out his new power, the one that he was working towards with Beerus. This is the first time he's actually going to show it off to everyone, and it seems like he's hyped it up a lot. Only a fight will tell if it's actually as good as it sounds. For this part, let's hit a like goal of 3,500 likes. Once we hit that, I'll continue with another part to this series. Anyways, let's pick up from here. Azeer continues powering up against Gohan. Everyone's amazed by his sheer power. It seems like he's truly broken his limits, as he takes on a sort of familiar form. His aura is unique, but his hair looks just like what the Saiyans look like when they transform. It spikes up and takes on a golden hue, while his eyes change to a reddish color. This is Azeer's newest evolution. He simply calls it Super Azeer, aka his golden form. As you could probably guess, this takes both inspiration from Frieza's golden form and from Super Saiyan. Just like Frieza himself, he realistically could have made this form whatever he wanted, at least in terms of the hair color. Just like Frieza chose to make his golden, Azeer chooses to make his golden because of Super Saiyans. It looks kind of familiar, so maybe it'll get off that same vibe. The red eyes are kind of a side effect. It must be more of that mutant Frieza-ness inside of him. Did I just say Frieza-ness? That's a new word. I coined that term. That's a new word in the dictionary. You can look it up right now, it's actually in there, I just put it in there. But anyways, Frieza-ness aside, this form is pretty strong. I mean, look at the kind of training he did to actually get to this point. And as for the form itself, it would likely have a huge boost in power. This becomes clear once Azeer continues his battle with Gohan. Now that he's transformed, he actually easily wins against Gohan. But since this is basically Frieza's golden form, it is pretty draining in terms of stamina, at least at the moment. Azeer can definitely work towards perfecting it, but right now, it's still a very draining form despite its great power. So while the power is a great upside, there is that downside that it will drain him. But still, it's very impressive. As time passes, he actually gets closer and closer to Goku and Vegeta's level, aiming for a spot at the top. Beerus is pretty content as well, happy to see that he's getting a better grasp on the form. For a relatively young fighter, Azeer is really strong. Goku's obviously pretty impressed too. Azeer is his student after all. Seeing this new evolution in power is pretty great, especially with the fact that he was inspired by Goku's Super Saiyan. The greatest part is this isn't the end of Azeer's power. He has a long way to go still, both in terms of perfecting the form and getting himself stronger. Only time will be able to tell what happens with this. Oh yeah, time for a weird side note. I saw a funny comment before asking where Azeer's parents are and why they let him leave and go train. This one actually kind of made me laugh because where are the other people's parents? Where's everyone else's parents? I'm sorry, I know I'm going like off script here, but it's just funny. Like, where's Krillin's parents? Where's Beerus's parents? Where's Uub's parents? Where's Goku's parents? Oh wait, I know where Goku's parents are. I don't think I could joke about that in good faith. But yeah, pretty much everyone in Dragon Ball, their parents either don't care or they've been turned to space dust, so it's kind of not an issue here. But yeah, Azeer's parents, they just don't care. That's how I'm going to explain it. Azeer's fine, you don't need to worry about that. Anyways, back to the actual story. As for Trunks, things would go pretty much the same for him in his timeline. He has no knowledge of Azeer, and his timeline was the same, as I mentioned earlier in that part where he showed up. Frieza didn't die the same way that he did in this timeline, meaning he didn't get reincarnated, so Azeer doesn't exist in the future. And everything afterwards goes pretty much the same for Trunks, defeating the androids, defeating Cell, and eventually defeating Dabura and Babidi as well. I made a nice rhyme there. But of course a new threat shows its face, Goku Black. Realistically, I see Goku Black happening like normal. Zamasu would have watched the fight on GodTube and would have seen Goku's status there. Not only is Goku strong, but he's making a mockery of godly powers. And Trunks did still time travel in this scenario, so Zamasu's not really that happy. Trunks arrives in the past, and a lot of this goes pretty normal at first. Goku ends up facing Goku Black, who then escapes back to the future timeline. Things begin to change once Trunks actually meets Azeer. Everyone's called over to Capsule Corp. And Trunks is happy to see Gohan again, especially with how strong he's gotten, but the most surprising part is this other fighter here. He's introduced to Azeer and comes to learn that he's actually the reincarnation of Frieza. Okay, that sounds kind of weird. He thinks everyone's pulling his leg, but no, he really is Frieza reincarnated. They explain everything. He even killed King Cold too. The best part is he did it when he was just a kid. Trunks is both confused and intrigued, and also jealous. He wishes he can live in a timeline this cool. But no, he gets stuck in the one that gets destroyed every few years. But the good thing is, everyone's here to help. Gohan wants to join too, wanting to be more proactive here, and Azeer would obviously want to join as well. This does kind of pose an issue though. The time machine probably wouldn't have enough room for everyone, but no biggie. It would take a few extra days, but Bulma could easily modify it, and meanwhile everyone could just relax. In the meantime, Trunks trains with Gohan, wanting to see how strong he is in this timeline. They both actually have Super Saiyan 2 now, and it seems Gohan is ahead in terms of power, actually decently ahead, despite Trunks actually being older. He's impressed and he's glad to see that Gohan made it this far. He would definitely have made his future self proud. It gives Trunks some nice memories of his former master. After sparring with Vegeta as well, he decides he wants to spar with Azeer. He seems pretty interesting. Frieza reincarnated, and apparently he's much more powerful than Frieza ever was. It's definitely something he's interested in, so the two begin their fight as well. Azeer is obviously far ahead of Trunks, and this makes the Hybrid Saiyan pretty confident. Gohan is strong, Azeer is strong, obviously Goku and Vegeta are strong too. With these 4 fighters helping him, he definitely will be able to win against Goku Black. But that's not all, there still is one other issue. They don't know who Goku Black is and where he came from. Obviously Zamasu is prime suspect number 1, but until they actually go back to the future timeline, they won't know for sure. Hopefully they can solve this mystery though, and once they do, everything should be good, as long as they actually can kill Goku Black. But thankfully, rebuilding the time machine and modifying it doesn't take too long. A few days later, everyone's ready to go back to the future. Trunks and crew board the time machine as it travels to Trunks' timeline. They all get to meet the resistance that Trunks was fighting with, and not long after, they go out and seek Goku Black. It's not too hard to find him. When cities are randomly blowing up, I mean, what else could be the cause for that? They're able to go over and find him, encountering the imposter once more. But not only do they see him, there's someone else with him, a very familiar face. It's Zamasu. Alright, no big deal. Zamasu shouldn't be that strong, so maybe they could fight both of these people at once and defeat them. There is one issue though. Goku Black shows off his new transformation, Super Saiyan Rose. Now, there's no way that they can defeat him, at least in Goku Black's eyes. It doesn't matter, everyone's still motivated to fight and gets ready. Gohan and Trunks go into Super Saiyan 2, as Azeer goes into his golden form. Goku and Vegeta immediately go to attack Zamasu, assuming they can actually kill the Kai. The hybrids and Azeer fight Goku Black in the meantime. He's confused as to who this other kid is. He definitely isn't a Saiyan, but it seems that he has a Saiyan-like transformation. And he does seem pretty strong too, but no matter though, he has the upper hand, until Vegeta and Goku decide to help. They come to realize that Zamasu is immortal and they can't kill him, but he's not actually that strong, so they can leave him to the side for the time being. They join the group and focus on fighting Goku Black, and now, Black is kinda overwhelmed. He's fighting 2 Super Saiyan Blues, 2 Super Saiyan 2s, and Golden Azeer. Even with his new form, Super Saiyan Rose, this is a bit much for him. He takes some considerable damage, and knows that he needs to act quick if he wants to escape this. He shouts as he performs an explosion, knocking all the fighters back. But even with this knockback, they attack Goku Black immediately after. They keep on coming back. All 5 of them are more than enough to face him, even though individually they may be nothing. As for Zamasu, one hit from either of the fighters is enough to knock him away. As long as they keep him away from Goku Black, it should be okay. But Black realizes he could do the same plan. They're focused on individual fighters rather than the group. So maybe Black should do the same. He begins focusing on Goku purely. He's going to take everyone out one by one. Once again, he knocks all the fighters back, but specifically knocks Goku away from everyone else. Goku Black draws his hand back and forms a Keyblade. Goku gets up as he sees Goku Black rushing towards him, and before he could block it, he's stabbed. The Keyblade goes right through him. Gravely injured, Goku drops out of base, falling to the ground. He's in bad shape and everyone's shocked to see this. But Goku Black made a big mistake here. Gohan watched this all unfold. It's been a while since he's been enraged, but this would definitely set him over the edge. Immediately, Gohan powers up, rushing right towards Goku Black. Black is already pretty badly injured after being attacked by the group altogether. Zamasu tries to go over to heal him, but as he does, Gohan flies right through him, leaving a hole in his side that he needs to regenerate. He wasn't even aiming for Zamasu though, he's aiming for Goku Black. Black immediately notices that something's different with Gohan. His aura's changed. Gohan has slightly buffed up, and his eyes are pure white. Tapping into his anger, Gohan has now gone into Super Saiyan Rage. After watching what Goku Black did to Goku, he lands a powerful hit on Goku Black, who didn't expect this kind of power. The injured imposter continues to fight Gohan one-on-one, as the rest of the group rushes over to help Goku. Thankfully, they were able to bring some Senzu beams. Zamasu regenerates, going over to heal Black at the same time. Zamasu's gonna grab onto him and then teleport away. And just as he's about to grab Goku Black, someone tackles him, Gohan. Zamasu teleports as Gohan makes contact with him, teleporting the two to the other side of the planet. Luckily, Zamasu was planning to teleport the two of them away, but instead of escaping with Black, he ends up escaping with Gohan. Gohan wanted to prevent Goku Black from being healed. This was the best way to do it. And now, he's alone with Zamasu. Zamasu can try and teleport away, but Gohan will make sure that won't happen. Even if he's immortal, he's not immune to injury. Gohan can beat him up and keep him in one place. Black curses Gohan, but it's fine. He realizes what he needs to do now. That same Saiyan anger that Gohan accessed, it's what he needs to use. Using his anger will make him stronger than ever. He'll win this alone. He'll show them the true wrath of a god. Black creates a Keyblade, stabbing his hand. This creates his Sickle of Sorrow, creating a rift where Goku Black clones come out of. Now there's multiple of them, but it's fine. Goku's healed and much stronger than before. The group is ready to fend them off. Goku Black is still pretty injured after all. The group begins an all-out battle between Goku Black and his clones. While on the other side of the planet, they can send Zamasu and Gohan in a fight, although it's a one-sided battle. Over and over again, Zamasu gets obliterated and keeps regenerating, but before he could fully regenerate and escape, Gohan destroys him once more. Gohan even laughs about it. What a weak excuse for a god's power. He promises to buy the others some time as he fends Zamasu off. Goku Black sees a temporary boost from his rage, but still, his injuries are catching up to him as well. Goku takes him on 1v1 and has the clear upper hand. Knowing that this guy stole his body and killed his family, Goku doesn't take that lightly. He's not going to let this guy get away with this. He tells everyone to focus on the clones while he'll defeat the main Goku Black. As he powers up ready to finish this, Azeer takes on one of the clones alone, who actually seems somewhat weaker than Black. Vegeta and Trunks notice the same, and one by one, they start defeating the clones. Black is tossed through buildings as Goku fights him. He tries to use instant transmission, but Goku outpaces him. No way is he going to let this guy use his own technique against him. He grabs Goku Black's leg and drives him down to the ground, creating a massive crater. He begins charging a Kamehameha, with Black doing the same. The two get into a beam struggle, but slowly and surely, Goku overcomes his imposter, as Goku Black is pushed back and then completely swallowed by the Kamehameha. As the others fight his clones, they notice the clones disappear, and they look over and see. Triumphantly, Goku stands over a crater, one where the Kamehameha flew off into space. There's no trace of Goku Black in sight. They won against him. Nearby, they hear something. Someone crashes into one of the buildings. It's Gohan and Zamasu. Even though Goku Black is now defeated, they still have this guy to take care of. No one knows what to do, but Azeer actually has a pretty good idea. He knows there's no Dragon Balls left on this Earth, but maybe Namek is still okay. Trunks isn't really sure, he's never been, but Goku can easily check. He already knows what Azeer is planning. Goku places his fingers on his forehead and begins searching around the universe. He locates it, New Namek. It appears there's some people still alive there. Although Zamasu said that he destroyed all the Dragon Balls in canon and he killed all the mortals besides those on Earth, realistically there could be a chance that some of the Namekians at least escaped. This isn't the first or even second time that they face a threat like this. You would think that possibly they're prepared for something like this to happen, either hiding at some place on Namek or going to another planet. Briefly, he teleports away, as Gohan continues to fend off the Kai. Gohan catches his breath as Zamasu regenerates. He tells the hybrid Saiyan that he can't keep this up. No matter what he does, Zamasu won't die. But now Zamasu actually has a chance to recollect himself, and he begins sensing something. Or at least, the lack of something. He can't find Goku Black anywhere. Before he can even react, he's attacked by Azeer next, with Vegeta and Trunks also joining in to help. Zamasu continues regenerating, but at some point, that stops. Injured, he backs off from the others, telling them that there's no way they can win. But as he stands there injured, two things occur to him. One, Goku's not there either, and two, his injuries aren't healing. Everyone hears a voice in their head. It's Goku. He makes sure to tell Zamasu too. His immortality has been reversed, thanks to Porunga. Anxiously, he lifts up his hand and tries to use his time ring, but is then hit with a ki blast that completely destroys his arm. There's no escape for him now. Together, the four of them kill Zamasu, finally ridding this timeline of his presence. One of the good things here is that Goku's still on Namek and there's 2 wishes left, and he has the perfect idea of what to wish for. For one, he reverses all the damage caused by Goku Black and Zamasu, as the city around Trunks is suddenly restored. The Dragon Balls are also used to revive everyone killed by them. It's a pretty hefty wish for Porunga, but thankfully these people died recently, so it's not too hard for Porunga to bring them back. So not only are Zamasu and Goku Black defeated, but Trunks' timeline is restored, at least to where it was before they attacked. It's not like everything's getting reversed. Goku thanks the Namekians as he teleports back to Earth. Once again, everyone is at peace. Trunks and Mai thank everyone for their help. Plus someone else is there, future Bulma. She'd be revived too as part of the wish. Congratulating everyone and also being pretty happy to see Vegeta here too. They're gonna keep the time machine. They have one last round trip to make just to drop everyone back off in the present timeline. Hopefully they won't need to use the time machine anymore. Trunks is glad to meet Azeer and to see his friends again, especially Gohan. There still is one more loose end though, that loose end being Zamasu in the present timeline. And as you'd probably expect, he'd be dealt with pretty quickly. Beerus and Whis would be told about everything that happened in the future timeline, and they can get in contact with the gods of Universe 10 or dispose of Zamasu themselves. That way they prevent the same thing from happening in this timeline. And with that, this arc is concluded, and this is where we'll leave off for now. So, what do you guys think about this part? What do you think may happen next? How far do you think Azeer can go with his power? And what do you think will happen with Goku, Vegeta, and Gohan's power too? Leave your thoughts and suggestions in the comments below. I'll be sure to check them out to see what you guys think. As always, if you liked the video, be sure to drop a like. And let's try to hit that like goal from the beginning of the video so we can get another part of this series. If you haven't already, why not subscribe? As well as hitting the bell icon to get notified about any future parts of this What If, or any other videos that I upload on my channel. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.